Hi everybody, it's Aria Emberford. Welcome back to my channel. For a while now, I've wanted to try out a couple horses and try and find maybe a little bit of a more established horse that can take me further and help me focus on my own riding, and we can do higher level competitions with. Not that I don't love Bridge, but she is little and we're working on her. But I would love a horse that's a little bit more established, a little bit more, up there. So I'm in Moorland right now, and I am going to be checking out a horse, and I have a couple horses lined up for this week. The first horse that I'm seeing is Rise and Shine, also known as Callie. She is a 9-year-old Appaloosa mare who has actually been trained both Western and English and has a very good basis in dressage and jumping. I had to talk to Mr. Moorland because I had absolutely no idea where Callie was, but he gave me a lead rope and a halter and told me which field she was out in. When I went to go catch her, she stood there and did not run or try and, get away from me, and she let me just halter her easily, which is very nice, and hopefully that will, be a thing. She won't grow out of that. He left me some tack, so I tacked her up, and she stood still, didn't move, didn't try get away from me, and she was quiet. I think she's a little girthy because she tried to nip me once while I was tightening her girth, but that could have also been my fault. Who knows? She moved when I asked her to, and she had a very nice forward walk to begin with. Since this arena is outside, she tried to keep looking out at the grass or whatever was happening outside of the arena, but I could quickly pull her attention back in to what we were doing, so that's okay. I have no problem with that. I was just happy that her attention would come back to me and what we were doing. She moved up into the trot with no problem. Her trot seemed a little lazy at first, which is the exact opposite of her walk, but with a little bit more leg, she moved up into a very nice forward moving walk. I was told that her trot to canter departures were a little dodgy and that she would run into it, so we started from the walk to the canter, and she picked that up perfectly, right lead. It was really good. So I didn't really know what they were talking about because that departure was pretty good, but I hadn't tried her at the trot yet. And I'm just going to tell you, she was perfect. The trot departure was very good. She kind of took a step and then cantered off. We have also moved into jumping. I started at the trot a couple jumps, and then we did some cantering. I had very high expectations coming into this ride because Mr. always has the best horses, and I was not disappointed. Mr. Moorland is a friend of my family's, and he suggested I come see this horse, and I'm very happy I did. Overall, my ride with Callie went very nicely. She seems like she does have a good foundation that we could build upon, and maybe with a little bit more work we could get to the higher levels of dressage or show jumping, which is very exciting. But she also seems like she'd be a really good companion for Bridget, so I'm very excited. But tomorrow I'm seeing another horse in Golden Leaf, and obviously I'm going to document that too. I'm here nice and bright and early in Golden Leaf to check out a beautiful gelding by the name of Mandar, also known as Dakota. He is 11 years old and a warm-blood mix. His ad said he was an excellent mover and could take up any discipline. When I got there, I talked to Karen, and she told me he was in his stall and there was tack waiting for me. He was, in fact, in his stall, and tacking him up was a breeze. We groomed, hoof picked, I brushed out his mane. He just sat there. Well, not literally sat, but he stood there for me, did not move, did not try, no funny business. He was perfect. He did not want to stand for me to get on, so I needed some help, which is a big pet peeve of mine. But once I got on, he moved beautifully. We walked. At first his walk was lazy, but then he started to get into the groove of things, and he's like, oh, I'm working now. Let's do this. Totally focused on the arena. There were people riding around since Golden Leaf is so busy all the time. People were riding the trails. People were doing some cross country out there. Did not care. He just focused on the work we did in the arena. He picked up his trot, no problem, but would break every couple strides. So that was annoying. But eventually he kind of stopped doing that. It was just a lot of leg. I also don't like that, but I feel like that could just be something we could work on. As you saw, he just broke. But he gets right back to it, which is fine. Moving up into the canter, his canter was so different. His canter was forward and kind of fast, and I kept having to half halt him to try and slow him down to get a nice pace. We did a couple circles to keep him at the pace that I liked, which I don't know if that's just him. This is the only time I've ridden this horse, but eventually I was able to just find that little bit of pressure that kept him at a nice canter. We did some jumps at the canter, and he flew over them. This guy definitely had some experience. Overall, I thought Dakota was a very nice little horse. Maybe a little excitable, but overall, very, very nice. It's been a couple days since I tried Dakota, and I'm so excited to try this horse. I'm so excited. This is Dancing in the Moonlight Gwen. She is an 8-year-old Dutch warm blood mare. She has a really good foundation in dressage and jumping. I've been told that she has good ground manners and could go in any direction. I have tacked up Gwen right behind me. She was an angel to tack up. I didn't want to show it on camera just because you've seen me tack horses a million times. She was perfect, honestly. Didn't try to kick me when I picked her feet. Didn't try to nip me with the girth. And just stood still and took the bit as well when I was trying to bridle. She was again, an angel with me trying to get on. She didn't move while I was trying to get on her at the mounting block and moved when I was ready for her to go. I didn't show it, but we did a couple laps both ways at the walk and then picked up our trot just to warm her up. She was a beautiful mover. I can tell that she has a lot of experience, a lot of good experience behind her. And she just felt really, really sturdy, if that makes any sense. She just had a nice amount of muscle and felt just super sturdy while I rode her. We moved into trot jumping, and she flew over those. It's like she's done it a million times, which she probably has. But she just flew over the small jumps we set up. Her canter departure was perfect. It's so pretty, and she just bumps up into the canter, and it's not like you're like trying to get her hind end active. It's both ends of the horse that like get moving when you ask for the canter, because some horse do like a little tranter. We jumped, and you can just see that they were just perfect. She didn't try and wiggle her way out and just kept going straight. Altogether, our ride was pretty nice, and besides the riding aspect, she had just such a nice personality and was super easygoing and really just wanted to work, which is always nice. But I could also see that she's like kind and probably would get along well with Bridget. So I am back home now. I hope you enjoyed watching me ride these horses, and let me know down below which one is your favorite. I think they are all really good contenders. I didn't have a bad experience with any of them, and they all come from very reputable owners. So let me know which one is your favorite. I am just really excited to ride a more established horse, even though training Bridget has been fun, but I think I'm ready for something more. Don't worry, like I said, Bridget is not going anywhere. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just turn her into a little trail horse, or we'll just have some fun and it won't be as competitive. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow my Instagram and Discord. Those are both linked down below. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.